It was ironic and in a way logical. In order to make the best metal album ever, you gotta have the best of the two worlds. The riffs of thrash metal and speed metal, and the sound of glam metal. Hi friends, it's Andriy Vasilenko and welcome to Metallica Geek. And Metallica has released the second episode of their official podcast. The second out of 8 planned, and they all gonna be about the Black Album, which is celebrating 30th anniversary. The debut episode, the first one, was quite meaty. Metallica told something that we did not know before, particularly the story how they really got the name. And so here's the top new Metallica facts from their second podcast. Thanks for watching, it's Andriy Vasilenko, and see you next time, friends. Yeah, the episode did not bring anything new to the table. It was dedicated to Bob Rock, how Metallica really hit the jackpot, literally almost, by hiring Bob Rock and making their 5th album with him.
All right, the set list was 10 songs, or something. I want to play more songs, so let's write some shorter songs. And that's where all that came about, that we might need some guidance with production.
And basically what they did through the entire episode, the entire 40 minutes, was everyone expressed their gratitude and memories about working with Bob Rock in general, including Jason Newsted. Yeah, that was probably the best one from this episode. Newsted talking about how Bob Rock really brought the bass to Metallica. And he was apparently really glad to have that.
I was happy when Bob Rock showed up because of the bass frequencies he was able to achieve on the other records. He taught me how to do that thing and embrace the band with that sound like that, be with that warm hug.
And so if to condense the second episode of Metallica Podcast into one sentence, it was like Bob Rock was there to refresh Metallica, to push them forward, to really have the top riffs and top production finally meet.
And just imagining our songwriting, our song style, our Metallica-ness with that production, it felt scary, but it felt right.
Yeah, even though I was pretty bored while listening to it, but this kind of episode is really needed to be, because people still bash Bob. People still say that he ruined Metallica and everything. And so Metallica clarified. Bob Rock really made them Metallica. They're still gonna be the best spent 40 minutes in the podcast world now. It's a really dense episode. Metallica talks their shit, and they talk it themselves. So go listen to the episode, and here's probably the most interesting thing that I picked up from this one. It's the metal confrontation of the 80s. Glam metal, hair metal versus thrash metal. And as Kirk Hammett put it, it's like Team Ugly versus Team Beautiful.
Motley Crue, Bon Jovi, all these bands who kind of like looked at us as kind of like ugly outsiders.
And they really were careful about the wording. They were not so careful in the 80s.
If you came here to see fucking spandex and fucking makeup and hairspray and all this crap, this ain't the fucking band!
And despite the fact that glam metal was so pretentious, it's just money grab, one thing you can deny, the production was top. They could afford really best producers, and one of the guys was Bob Rock.
He was from the opposite team.
He was on the beautiful side. We were the ugly
exactly.
runts.
I didn't want to say it.
But what's really ironic is that Metallica took that element of hair metal, which made them basically perpetual, while glam metal was about to collapse. And it was a matter of like couple years for it to become so obsolete. First, the band like Guns N' Roses showed that this kind of music can really go without the pretentious visual style. And then grunge came, and it was kind of the opposite, and that's what people really needed. And so goodbye glam metal, fuck you. So the stars aligned in the case of Metallica on so many levels. And I'm really stoked to hear the next 6 episodes about the Black Album. And the 3rd episode sounds really promising because they finally get to the riffs and how they made the songs. Of course, I just summarized the most exciting stuff from the 2nd episode. Go listen to it. It's a great listen, as I told you. And also, follow Metallica Geek Podcast, which is my creation. I just released an episode when I discussed songs that sound the most like the previous and the next album, sort of thing. Like what song on Ride the Lightning sounds the most like Master and the most like Kill 'Em All. All the links are in the description, and subscribe for more Metallica stuff. Now, really, Thanks for watching. It's Andriy Vasilenko. Be in metal.